South of Iquique, in the coast of Chile, where the Atacama Desert collapses into the expansive blue Pacific Ocean, there are ruins that look out of place. It is the castle of Guanillos. In the mid-1800s, this coast belonged to Peru. What mattered here was not beauty, but guano, seabird droppings that Europe was desperate for, because it made crops grow. You could say it was the gold of the desert. To extract it, Peru brought in thousands of Chinese laborers under contracts that promised opportunity but delivered nothing closer to slavery. They worked under the sun, under the whip, and under the dead they could never escape. Many died here and others disappeared into the desert. Then came the War of the Pacific from 1874 to 1884. It pitted Chile against an alliance of Peru and Bolivia, largely over control of nitrate and guano-rich territories along the Pacific coast. Chile knew that guano funded Peru's war effort, so it attacked the ports. Guanillos was one of them. The facilities were destroyed, the Peruvian presence collapsed, and the territory changed hands. When Chilean troops arrived, they found not only abandoned buildings but Chinese workers still trapped in the area. The Chileans dismantled that labor structure. Some workers fled, some stayed, and some, carrying deep resentment toward their former masters, chose to support the Chilean forces fighting against the same nation that had enslaved them, not out of loyalty to Chile, but out of survival, revenge, and hope of the freedom. And the castle? What remains today was likely not a fortress, but a company building, perhaps a manager's residence, watching over extraction and labor. But no matter what it was, it now is an incredible place where history merges with the present, in nature that encompasses the vast, wide, blue ocean and the grandiose red desert. There is also another legend, a romantic one. Some say a man with tremendous amount of wealth had the castle built for his lovely bride. With the wind, the ocean, and the steepness of the rocks, one day, while watching the stars, his beautiful wife stumbled on the rocks, fell into the water, and as much as the man tried to help her, she drowned and died. The man, heartbroken and devastated, chose to abandon his castle, his riches, and left it all behind. We liked this legend and chose to make the castle our lodging for the night. After all, a castle is typically nothing less than a 5-star accommodation. As the sun started to set into the Pacific, we decided that the moment would pair best with a local drink. So the bartender made a pisco sour, Chilean style, with taco libre having all of the necessary key ingredients: Chilean pisco, fresh lemon juice, simple syrup, egg white, and even fresh cubes of ice. The bartender squeezed the lime, and after it was all shaken, he poured it carefully, and it was a nice way to open up our appetite for a delicious coastal dinner. The dinner was just perfect. Fresh Chilean corvina, sea bass from the day's catch at Iquique. At the local fresh market, you could see the fishermen coming back with their fish, and then the leftovers being thrown out to the sea lions who were ready for their banquet. Our meal was accompanied with artisanal chicken flavor rice and a beautiful avocado salad with homemade dressing and a touch of olive oil. For dessert, we had the perfect and fluffy meringue cookies. We had the best seat of the house, a front seat with a perfect ocean view, the castle at our backs, the large red desert mountain across, and the sound of the Pacific waves serenading us as they crashed against the large rocks by our side. At times we could even see a sea lion or two playing in the waves. Once the sun started to go down, we decided to climb up to the castle to watch the glow of it disappear into the horizon. The sky turned pinkish, then purple, and finally red. It was the perfect ending for a perfect night of fine dining in the castle grounds, surrounded by nothing but nature. There was only one small problem. We are on a budget and could not really afford to stay at the penthouse of a 5-star luxurious castle, have the fresh catch of the day with a specialty salad, fine pisco, and dessert. Therefore, one of us had to do the dishes in order to pay for the stay and the meal. The icing on the meringues was to be away from civilization in total darkness. The pitch black in the desert with a new moon allowed for a bright, starred night revealing galaxies, planets, and, if you look close enough, asteroid B612, where the little prince lives. Good night.